Okay, so this is going to be the last video I'm going to do for a while. I'm going to kind of take February off as like a vacation. I've been doing this almost non-stop for quite a few years now. So we have the two of the most iconic. You could probably make the case that Pac-Man would fit in here as well. Two of the most iconic characters, especially when it comes to people who really were the mascots of two very strongly competing systems. In 8-bit, 16, and up until the eventual demise of Sega when it came to making their own consoles. So we have Sonic on one side, Mario on the other. I'm looking at only their original iterations. So we've got original American Nintendo Mario. Yeah, you could say you could throw in the Japanese 2 or Lost Levels. Very similar to Mario 1, except that it add the poison mushroom, and it's a little more difficult. So you have those three games. We use Lost Levels 1, 3. And for Sonic, you have Sonic 1, 2, 3. You can make the play that, you can put Sonic Knuckles in. Knuckles technically didn't really add anything tremendously different when it came to some of the different skills. You still had the shield, you still had things of that nature. So as always, I'm going through this in a 7-point system: intelligence, strength, speed, defense, range, versatility, X factor. If it's 4 to 3, person with 4 more likely is going to win. And I'm also giving these guys access to pretty much all of their primary power-ups. I will get into that a little bit later on, towards the end. So we'll go first with intelligence. This is going to be kind of difficult because I've got an Italian plumber who spends his free time battling essentially magical turtles versus anthropomorphic hedgehog who spends his free time battling a crazy scientist who's using animals to power his robots in an effort to take over the world. Okay? Different way of looking at it. I had to sit down and really kind of think of, Sonic is a pacifist who spends most of his time just running. In the games, he doesn't really show a tremendous aptitude of really kind of doing anything beyond speed. Where Mario actually has a skilled trade, is learning a decent amount about the way magic works because of the world he's in. And I was like, I think I'll give Mario an edge. Feel free to discuss that through in the comments. Strength. This one, I was like, well, Mario jumps and he punches bricks. He's punching bricks and breaking them with his hand. And his ability to punch and break stone is pretty impressive. As well as the ability to pick up, as well as the ability to roam with some, to toss enemies. I can step on something, compress a turtle into a shell, then kick it. And that turtle shell is going to continue to move forever. If it's in between two fixed points, it never slows down. It's perpetual motion. That's a tremendous amount of strength. Speed. Like Sonic. You can probably make the case, well, technically Mario is faster. Yes, I watched that game through episode as well. But if you look at them from the way they're designed, Sonic is all about speed. That game is all about speed. And I really don't picture Mario being able to run through loops. Be able to somewhat defy gravity without the aid of any of his other ancillary abilities. Defense. I'm back and forth with this one because I was like, well, with Mario in the original iterations, if he's got the fire flower or the mushroom, he can get hit twice before he dies. Later on, he has Tanuki suit, which allows him, of course, to turn into stone. Also has the Hammer Brother suit, which allows him to just curl up into a ball and be immovable. Sonic, on the other hand, every time he gets hit, he loses his rings. He can re-grab the rings whenever they're flying away. But he also has shielding. And I was like, well, Sonic has the ability to put a shield up around him. Now you probably say, well, he's got shield on the Sonic side versus, what about the star? Well, the star for Mario, but the shield for Sonic's going to stay around him until he gets hit. You get different sorts of shields. Some shields will actually last for a couple seconds. Other ones are good for about 1 hit. Where on the other side, with Mario, it's a temporary buff. Range. This is Mario. You know, whether he's throwing the hammers, whether it's the fireballs, he's got this at range. Versatility. This is one of the ones you could probably go back and forth with. With Sonic, if I include every item he has at his disposal, then I'm looking at, you know, I'm not allowed to bring Tails. If he brings Tails, then he gets, you know, then Sonic definitely has a tremendous advantage because he has an immortal ally. And I was like, well, you've got the shields. And I was like, well, really nothing truly from an offensive standpoint versus Mario. Mario has got the Fire Flower, he's got the P-Wing, he's got the Tanuki suit, he's got the Hammer Brother suit, the Frog suit. He's got just so many toys he's bringing with him. I think from a versatility standpoint, I think it really is Mario. Just from his game is all about getting power-ups. So it's a tremendous, huge amount of power-ups that are all very powerful. And for X Factor, I'm going to give this one to Sonic. The main thing being, you know, if he is allowed to bring Tails, if we're looking from Sonic 2, so if it is Sonic and Tails, Tails is immortal. But on the flip side too, if I give him access to everything, and Sonic when he wields the Chaos Emeralds, he becomes ridiculously powerful. He becomes almost like a pseudo-god. You know, he has the ability of, it's actually almost, I think it's like ability to warp time, warp reality. I mean, there's a lot of abilities that he gets to pull from when he has access to all the Chaos Emeralds. Now, so if he has access to all the Chaos Emeralds, then it's a wash. Sonic is going to flat out own Mario, unless Mario, of course, sees that and, you know, decides to use the star at that time. Or become the Tanuki suit, which allows him to be invulnerable and just have, you know, Chaos Emerald Sonic's blast right through him and not do any damage. But I think if these two were to actually get into a straight one-on-one with access to their standard power-ups, I think Mario definitely does have an edge. One could easily make the case, well, if you were to consider Tails' power-up, then I think Sonic has got it. As well as that, the Chaos Emerald. If you had Chaos Emeralds and Tails, Sonic has got it. Because Tails can't die. I think if you have an immortal sidekick with you, Sonic is going to sit back and be like, Tails, you got this guy, right? You're just going to sit back and chill? You got it? Neat. But if it's a straight one-on-one, I think Mario just has a bit more well-rounded. And I think that given the fact that he's going to be able to handle him at range, and if he gets in close, you know, he's going to be able to stomp on him and probably just throw him due to his perpetual motion throwing of turbo shells.